Hello YouTube. Today I just wanted to make a quick video comparing some headphones. A little bit of a notice before I start. I'm not too experienced with audio. I'm kind of just joining the audiophile world, so I figured these three would be good starting points for me after doing a lot of research. So I'll try to keep this quick and simple and to the point. Basically, I wanted to get an open back pair, a semi-open back pair, and a closed pair, because each offers different advantages. Like the soundstage on this is very open, and it's almost like it's simulating surround sound. This is also open, but not to the same degree. And these are closed, which they offer better noise isolation, and the bass is a bit heavier. So I'll just give some quick thoughts on each. Maybe it'll help you guys with picking one if you're like me and trying to get into this hobby. Um, Basically, what I found in my experience, and again, I'm new to the audio world, so please, experts out there, be kind. These seem to be the flattest and most neutral to me. A lot of people say they're kind of boring sounding, and I would kind of agree with that because the bass isn't super punchy, neither is the treble, and it just has a very flat response, meaning you hear all the instruments, everything, all the vocals comes through clearly. The low end, which would be like the drums, the bass drum, and things such as the bass guitar, and the very very high ends, such as the hi hats, like little noises from the drum kit. Things like that come through very clearly, but the music is very flat and neutral, which is great for studio work. But I think if you're not into that type of flat neutral sound, these aren't for you. If you like a little bit more fun to your music with a little bit more bass, a little bit more punch, then I would say that these wouldn't be for you. But if you're like me and you kind of like to hear everything clearly and very in a very neutral way, then the AKG K240s. I should probably say that, by the way. These are the AKG K240s. These are Audio Technica M50x, I believe, and these are Phillips SPH 9600s. Um, so yeah, basically go with the AKG if you're doing studio work. I would say these are pretty good for that. They're very flat, very neutral. They sound great, but if you want to have more fun with your music, I would say go with the M50X because they're a little bit more expensive, but what you get is you get more bass, sound isolation as well. Things are still clear, but the music is a little bit more fun. It's a little bit more punchy. So basically, you'll get that sort of. I wouldn't say it's a V shape like on an equalizer where it's like really high bass, low vocals in mid range, and then really high end. I'd say it's like it's well balanced, but you get more fun with these. So if that's the sound that you're into, you get a little bit more bass, you get noise isolation. The sound is very clear, it's very good, it's very pristine. But me personally, I would say that this is my least favorite pair out of the three, simply because um, it just when you have open back or semi open back, you simulate surround because you have a very open sound because you can hear everything from the background noise that's in the room with you, which you kind of want to listen in a quiet room. So that's kind of a disadvantage of these is that you'll hear everything. But if you're in your room like me and you're listening through your stereo system plugged in, then it's perfect for that. Anyways, these are my least favorite because I just don't like that heavy punchy bass. Not that they're not overpowering. They're not skull crushers or anything like that, but they have more of the bass. It's definitely more of a fun sound, and you notice that with these, but still very good, still perfectly fine for DJing or anything like that. Um, and actually, these are my favorite out of the three. I would say the Philips SPH 9600s are the best out of the three. They're not as neutral as the AKG K240s, but the sound is very fun. Like it's clear, it's good enough for studio work. I wouldn't use these for studio work, but for casual listening, I'd say for me, as an intro into the audiophile world, I'd say these to me sound the best because the music just sounds more full. It sounds more fun, I would say. Like these, you listen and it's like you really have to take them off and listen to both. But like these, you hear everything, but it's not like it doesn't move you the same way. I don't know, that's the best way to explain it. These have more of a punchy sound, not to the degree of these, but like still a good neutral sound, but with a little bit more fun to it. And they just sound very full and rich, I would say. And they also offer that uh, simulated surround sound, open feeling. Um, so yeah, anyways, quick video. Just wanted to talk about these. Again, I'm a newbie to this stuff, so correct me in the comments if anything I'm saying is wrong. But I would say that least favorite are these. They just kind of sound too bassy for me, to put it simply. Second favorite would be these because I think they're great for if you're doing any studio work or anything like that, or if you're monitoring your instruments while you're playing, things like that. And these are my favorite because they offer the best mix of both. So yeah, if you're getting into headphones like I am and you want to, get into an entry level kind of budget headphone world, then I'd say these are three great options. Whichever one sounded like it appealed to you the most, I'd say give it a try. So thanks for watching, guys. That's the end of the video. Have a great day.